All right, so we did this yesterday for the AFC quarterbacks, and now we'll do it for the NFC quarterbacks. Tiers of joy. Alex, who's first?
What tier would you place Dak Prescott in?
Dak Prescott is a starter. He's been the quarterback for the number one scoring offense and number one total offense last season. 37 touchdown passes, obviously got paid, but 1-3 career playoff record, and that is what's going to need to change. He was, on that superstar scale, but I'm going to put him at a starter right now. Has a little bit more to go.
That's fair. What tier would you place Daniel Jones?
Oh, Daniel Jones is 4. He's not a bridge. He's not a backup. He's a 4. He is. He's actually not an unknown. It's unknown/bad, and Daniel Jones is bad. It's unfortunate, but we've seen enough of him, and so he is in tier 4 on the bad side.
All right. What tier would you place Jalen Hurts in?
Jalen Hurts is in tier 4, but not for the reasons that Daniel Jones is in there. He is an unknown. They did trade for A.J. Brown this season, so they are leaning in towards giving him all the weapons that he needs. But he did lead the Eagles to a playoffs and had a winning record in his first season as a full-time starter, 26 total touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I like Jalen a lot. I think he's the future. They're checking it out this year to see if he is, and I think he will be, but he is an unknown right now.
The one-year audition. What tier would you place Carson Wentz in?
Carson Wentz is a bridge. Everyone knows I'm not huge on Carson Wentz, but 27 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions last season, had big expectations, and was terrible at the end of the season. Lost his last 2 games to the Raiders and, of course, to Jacksonville, which cost them the playoff berth. Under 500 as a starter over the last 4 seasons. He is a bridge quarterback and nothing more.
What tier would you place Aaron Rodgers in?
Aaron Rodgers, superstar, of course. I mean, there's no question. 5th player to win back-to-back MVPs in NFL history. Only Peyton Manning has won more MVPs. We know all about Aaron Rodgers' credentials. He's a superstar.
What tier would you place Kirk Cousins in?
Kirk Cousins is tier 2. He's a starter, but he is a very well-compensated starter. I'm not huge on Kirk Cousins overall, but he does know how to make some money, which I can respect. He is definitely a superstar at that. He is a superstar getting the bag.
At getting his money. What tier would you place Justin Fields in?
Justin Fields is an unknown, tier 4, 3-9 record in his rookie season. They did hire a new head coach. They lost some wide receiver depth, which I don't love. But the Bears' offensive line allowed the most sacks in the NFL last season, 58. So he's still a young player, has showed a lot of promise. I'm excited to see what he develops into, but right now he's still an unknown.
What tier would you place Jared Goff in?
Jared Goff's tier 2. I mean, he led the Rams to a Super Bowl in 2018. Had a winning record in 4 of his last 5 seasons. Obviously, he's in Detroit now and went 3. They won 3 games this season. But he is a starter. He's paid as one. He's had some success, but he just can't elevate a bad team.
What tier would you place Tom Brady in?
Okay, Tom Brady. There's not a tier for Tom Brady.
Tom
Brady's in his own tier, but we'll put him in
tier.
superstar. Obviously, we don't need to go over Tom Brady's resume.
All right, what tier would you place Marcus Mariota in?
Marcus Mariota is a bridge. He's been great at this role. 29-32 career record. He hasn't been a full-time starter since 2018, but his problem is mostly injuries. He's never played a full season without getting injured. He's going to be a bridge situation for the Falcons, who I think will take a quarterback next year. They weren't really expecting to lose Matt Ryan, tried to go in on Deshaun Watson, failed, and this is a good replacement bridge situation for the Falcons.
What tier would you place Sam Darnold in?
Sam Darnold is in the... We should have split the last tier because it makes it seem like I'm putting Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts, and Justin Fields in the same. And this is going to get on the internet and people are going to freak out. So I'm going to say it for anyone who bothers to listen. These are not the same, but Sam Darnold is in tier 4. He is not unknown. We very much know that Sam Darnold is not a starter and not a bridge. He's just a guy that can put on a jersey and throw the ball around occasionally.
All right.
I mean, that's what it is.
All right. Fair. What tier would you place Jameis Winston in?
Jameis Winston is 3. He's a bridge. He did have a 5-2 record with the Saints last season, but it's the interceptions for Jameis Winston. They don't have Sean Payton anymore. I don't know how this is going to go this year. I do think it was a good choice for the Saints to bring him back, but I'm going to put him in a bridge situation.
What tier would you place Matthew Stafford in?
Super Bowl champ Matthew Stafford? Yeah, that guy's a superstar now. I had some questions about Matthew Stafford. He's making me a little nervous there towards the end of the season, but he shut everybody up, including myself. Matthew Stafford, first year with the Rams, went to Super Bowl. He's a superstar.
What tier would you place Kyler Murray in?
Kyler Murray is also a superstar. Pro Bowler in 2 of his first 3 seasons. First player in NFL history with 70-plus touchdown passes and 20 rushing touchdowns over his first 3 seasons. He is dynamic. He does have some limitations. There's some questions about how these things are going to play out as far as the leader of the team, but he's the guy, and he is going to be there for a while in Arizona.
What tier would you place Drew Lock in?
Drew Lock is tier 4. He's just a guy. He's like Sam Darnold. I don't have a lot of faith in Drew Lock getting things on the right track in Seattle. Seattle does not have a good roster, and he had major issues with being precise when he was in Denver, and they had weapons there. So I'm going to put Drew Lock in tier 4. Not unknown. He's in the bad side of tier 4.
The half of tier 4.
Yes.
What tier would you place Jimmy G in?
Jimmy G is he's a bridge right now. You know, I like Jimmy G a lot. Obviously led the 49ers to an NFC championship game in 2 of the last 3 seasons and a Super Bowl in 2019. But he cannot, and I mean cannot, stay healthy, and it is so frustrating. He obviously makes some questionable decisions on the field from time to time as well, but overall as a winner, he can't stay healthy. You can't trust him.
And finally, what tier would you place Trey Lance in?
Trey Lance is in 4. Now, obviously, this is 2 San Francisco quarterbacks, but they've got 2 guys on the roster right now. He made 2 starts his rookie season, 1-1 record. He has all the physical tools, but we haven't seen enough of him to really evaluate if he is the future of San Francisco. And the reason that there are 2 quarterbacks from San Francisco on this tier is because I'm not sure that San Francisco believes in Trey Lance, and I guess we're going to find out very soon. I think they should go all in on him and trade Jimmy Garoppolo, but they keep playing this little shell game with it. But yes, to the internet, I want it on the record right now. There is a separation in the last tier, so don't come for me. I don't want to hear it. I am not comparing Sam Darnold to Justin Fields.
We should have a 4 and a 4.5.
Yeah, just like a little corner thing.
Yeah,
for the other guys.
Time out.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.